Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today is a very exciting haul. Oh my god, you guys, I'm so pleased to finally have these products in my hands. So you saw from the title, we have two particular exciting ones that I'm going to leave for the end, of course, but all four fragrances are first impressions, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All that good stuff and more is always in the description box below. But let's get started. So we're gonna start with one that I've been putting off for millennia. Like, I feel like I have actively not bought this fragrance, and it's a celebrity fragrance that is so well loved and recommended. And sometimes I get in my head about things that are very hyped for no reason whatsoever, and I'm like, no, not gonna try it. So I gave in. I finally actually got this one because I was checking out this new website, and I'm gonna link it in the description box below because I've never bought fragrances there before, and I just got these, not sponsored, genuinely just bought them myself. And I saw that it was being sold there, and I was like, oh, all right, I'll give in. So I got it, and yeah, I had a really good experience. I think it's Canada only, so if you live in Canada and you want to try it out, you can. And the fragrance in question is M by Mariah Carey. I have tried, I think, 3 fragrances by her before. They're all like in those sugar pop little bottles, and they were all right. Like, they really weren't anything to write home about, but I think they were like $2 each when I picked them up. This, however, was a little bit more expensive. Not expensive, but just more than $2, obviously. And it's so well loved. I don't get it. So the notes are kind of cool. It has marshmallow and sea notes in the top notes, which I thought were like 2 random notes to put together. And then tiare flower, gardenia, amber, incense, and patchouli. It is interesting by that, you know, by that combination, especially for a celebrity fragrance, but I just can't figure out, like, I really hope this is worth the hype, because I like actively have not bought it, like I said. So anyways, it's a giant bottle from not having bought it, and then they only had one size, which is the 100 ml, so whatever. Here she is. She looks exactly like her other fragrances. Like, they all have these butterfly tops. It's just my other ones are like so little. They're like 10, 15 mils. So, I mean, we're just gonna pray and hope for the best, which is what we do with these blind buys. But sometimes it has nothing to do with the price of how nervous I am per fragrance. It's just like I get in my head about it. So, oh, okay. I'm gonna spray some more, actually. All right, this fragrance is not what I expected it to be. I don't even know what I expected it to be, but it's interesting. I definitely get like a sort of a little bit sour amber and patchouli. I don't know why patchouli is in every single fragrance. Like, I don't know what kind of hold this note has on the fragrance community, but speaking as someone who's not the most into patchouli, like, I'm not in love with it, and in some cases I'm totally not into it at all. In a lot of cases it's just too much. I don't know what it is about this note. It's in every single fragrance base note ever. And I'm not a fan of how it is in this one, honestly. It's all right. I mean, this isn't really blowing my mind. I don't really get, I mean, I do get marshmallow, but it's not as strong as I was hoping it to be. Maybe it's the sea notes that's making a little bit, like, it's a bit sour, but not in a citrus kind of way. Like, there is a sour, ambery patchouliness. it's getting better the more it's on my skin. Let's go through the rest of the fragrances, and we'll obviously come back when I put the fragrances in order, as I always do. But if this is the kind of area it's staying in, then I don't understand. I truly do not understand what the hype is on this fragrance if this is the way it's staying. It's nice. It's all right, but yeah, this is gonna be a disappointment if it stays in this area. Anyways, okay, so that is M by Mariah Carey. We'll just set her down. Then we'll go to one I've been curious about, and no one talks about this. It doesn't even have a Fragrantica page, so you know it's weird. Not weird, but you know that like no one specifically recommended me to get this. I just always see it as I'm browsing the many pages of so many fragrance websites. I always like see these and I'm like, and then today was just the day I was feeling adventurous, I guess. So this is from Armaf. I do have some Armaf fragrances, and I've never been super blown away by them, but yeah, I think the one that I have that's like a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, the Baccarat Rouge, sorry, is kind of like the best one. But yeah, I haven't been like the biggest fan of Armaf fragrances. Anyways, this one is Flame. And it like there's a couple in this series, and they all like, it's like Armaf Flame, the red one, the pink one. This is the orange one, and they all look like lipsticks, kind of like the Cacharels, but like the Yes I Am by Cacharel, but truly like a giant lipstick. And that's probably what's always like drawn me to them, but also made me curious. It's actually the same color as my nails. It's more of like a coral than an orange, I would say. But if you're looking up this one, it's either Armaf Orange or Armaf Flame. And I've just been curious, and I've always put it off, and I'm like, no, I won't like it. It doesn't even have a Fragrantica page. I did find one page that listed some notes. It just said jasmine, amber, and vanilla. And because I was being adventurous with the M, I was like, now is the moment. I'm gonna get it. Worst comes to worst, it is a nice one to just have up on a vanity or something, because I do have Cacharel Yes I Am pink first, and I have the box for it too, and it's like huge lipsticks are kind of fun. So we have very little to go on except for my own curiosity and 3 notes. So let's see. Oh, okay, this certainly is reminding me of something, and I can't. This one I'm gonna have to search in my collection, because this is reminding me of something. It is definitely got some fruits in there. It must have like raspberry and mandarin or something. It's very fruit forward. And it might, oh, you know what it's reminding me of? It's reminding me of Scandal. Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I need to do a side-by-side. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but oh yeah, it's got like a kind of soury honey that Scandal has that I don't like. But ooh, I definitely have to do a comparison, because I know a lot of people do love Scandal, and I'm in the minority that I prefer kind of all the flankers to Scandal more than Scandal itself. But this is really reminding me of Scandal. Okay, I'll have to check my collection, but there's definitely fragrances that remind me of that. It has kind of a like a splash of fruit in the beginning, but even now as it's warming up on the skin, I get honey. Like I definitely get a honey floral, and it has jasmine, and I mean, it says amber and vanilla, but I definitely pick up like a honeyed floral is essentially what it is. Okay, I kind of wish it suited the color more and it was more like spring, summer, fun vibes, but it is a cool bottle, I'll give it that. So that is Armaf Flame. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the 2 really, really good ones. I'm hoping anyways, I'm very excited. This might have been a very like adventurous haul in my case, because these can turn up and be horrible as well. So I love Pink Sugar by Aquilina. If you guys have been watching me, you know this. I adore that fragrance. I've been through many bottles. I always have a bottle on the go and usually a backup ready to go as well. I layer it with a lot of my fragrances. It's my favorite fragrance to layer with. I just love it. I always have, probably always will. And I'm never sick of it, which is interesting because I get sick of a lot of fragrances and have to like wait, but I just love that one. And because of that, I have tried many a flanker throughout my years and I've liked none of them. Seriously, none of them. They haven't even been like, like I don't wear any of the flankers. I try to use them up, but I just really, really don't enjoy them. So I just kind of gave up on the flankers. And I didn't even pick up Blue Sugar, which is the men's cologne, because I'm like, I'm not gonna even, if I don't like the women's, there's no way. So I've just given up. But these two, one of you guys actually, when I was on holiday, let me know that they have two new flankers and they came out at the same time and they really did sound like they'd be totally up my alley. So I'm giving them both a shot. This could very easily be two fails all over again, but I've heard great things and they seem even more my vibe than the other flankers, but I've had bad luck with Pink Sugar other than the original. So we will see. These are the two. There's Berry Blast and there's Creamy Sunshine. I love the colors. They're all eau de toilettes, but seriously, every single one performs amazingly. So don't let that fool you. We're gonna start with Berry Blast. I'm very excited about this one. So this has blueberry, blackberry, orange, bergamot, cotton candy, cherry, strawberry, cork, vanilla, caramel, tonka, cedar, and moss. I was surprised with the moss because it is in both of these and I just wouldn't have expected that. But essentially this is supposed to smell kind of like a blueberry version of the original, sort of more like blueberry cotton candy, whereas Pink Sugar, the original, is more like pink cotton candy. If that's the case, that's amazing because I actually prefer blue cotton candy when you're tasting it, but you never know. So here's what she looks like. I love the bottles. I want to love Aquilina so much and they make it hard. So holding my breath, that is Berry Blast by Aquilina. Oh, okay. It's very, very rich, very, very close to the original. It has a little bit of like, not really real blueberry scent, like scent to it, but it has like a fake blueberry scent to it. Yeah, it does smell slightly more like blueberry heavy and maybe a little bit less caramel than the original, I mean, but it's very close. Like I wasn't expecting it to be so similar. Maybe it needs to rest a little bit. I like it because it smells very, very close to the original, but I feel like to my nose, I'm not smelling a huge difference. It's got like a slight, very slight blueberry tinge to it. I feel like I'm getting a lot more of like that sweet orange opening as well. Yeah, okay. Surprising. Like I really do like it because it smells so much like the original, but I was expecting more of a difference. So it's like I'm not let down, but it really smells very similar. Okay. We're okay. That's better than not liking it. The next one is supposedly a little bit off the beaten path of like Pink Sugar. And this one's Creamy Sunshine. So this one has coconut milk, orange, mandarin, bergamot, sugar, ylang ylang, gardenia, tiare, mimosa, caramel, vanilla, manoi oil, sandalwood, and moss. And I love manoi oil and I love coconut and fragrances. It just looks exactly the same but yellow. So I'm really excited about this one. I hope it's as coconutty as they say. If you've ever used manoi oil like in hair care products, you know how good they smell and how like tropical it smells. So let's see. So this is Creamy Sunshine. Ooh, okay. It definitely smells different than Pink Sugar. It has a really beautiful coconut. Oh my God. It's like, it's coconutty, but also fruity and floral. I don't get a lot of like manorial in the like the hair care products that I'm smelling, but it really smells good. There's something about this that's also reminding me of a Lush product, but I get very little pink sugar from it personally. There's a sweetness and a sugariness to it, but not the kind of sugariness that pink sugar has where it's like candy floss caramel. This just smells like coconut and sugared fruits. Oh my God, I really do like this one. Wow, and I like that it's different, but I really do like it. Okay. All right, this is great. So now that the fragrances have they're gonna have their moment to settle on my skin, we are gonna put these in order as I always do, and I'm gonna re-smell them. Okay, thankfully, and I was really hoping that I was smelling this correctly, M by Mariah has changed because I was smelling it as it was wafting. And it's really settled down and being a lot more soft and sweet than it started out being. Before, in the opening, it had like a little bit of like a sour amber, like I was saying. And now it's softened up in a way that I really enjoy a lot more, thank God. Okay, the Armaf, I just need to re-smell that to get that's pretty much stayed the same. And yeah, the Blue Blast is very, very similar. And it just has a little bit of blue. So I would say in last place, it's easy for me. I would put Armaf Flame. It's smelling so much like Scandal for me, or there's definitely like a honey jasmine in this, and the honey's a lot. So personally, I'm excited to do kind of like another dupe video for you guys eventually, and maybe this can be in it because it's definitely reminding me of some stuff, and I do like the bottle, but in terms of a scent, it's in fourth place. Then honestly, it gets a little bit difficult, but I would say in third place, I'd put M by Mariah. The opening is just not there for me. As it's starting to rest on the skin, as I'm filming this video, it is smelling a little bit better, but I personally don't get the hype. I would just I would skip it. Like if you're unsure like me, I would say save your money and just spend it on another celebrity fragrance. Ariana Grande's and Jennifer Lopez, I love their fragrances a lot more, and I would probably just skip that one. Then in second place, I would put Berry Blast. I really wish, and I'm gonna play with it some more, this is just a first impressions, but I wish there was more berry, like blueberry and blackberry to it. To my nose, it smells so much like the original, with just like a hint of that. Maybe it's a lot of the fragrances getting mixed up right now. Maybe I need to devote some time to just wear it, but I like it because it smells like the original, but I don't need another original, obviously. And you know, this was more expensive than the original Pink Sugar. And in first place, I have to give it to Creamy Sunshine. I just think that there's such a beautiful, almost sunscreeny vibe to this because of the coconut and the manoi and the gardenia. Like I just love it, but there's also that sugared fruit. I'm really, really excited about this one. So this is the one that I'm gonna be most excited to wear and do like full wear tests. So I hope you guys enjoyed this slightly more adventurous haul for me. I'm glad that they kind of worked out, or that at least I'm willing to, you know, try them out for the most part. And I definitely want to know from you guys whether or not you've tried these fragrances. Leave me in the comments below, especially the M and the 2 Pink Sugars. I know they're highly talked about and they're usually very loved. So I'd love to hear your opinions. For once, I'm really glad that I have a flanker of Pink Sugar that I'm excited to wear. I hope I don't get sick of it. So that's what Creamy Sunshine is going to be for me. So don't forget to subscribe here, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.